moment some time ago. Continuing their trek soon led to Pixie and Silas taking to the skies to scout, and both found small villages. Picking a destination, they traveled on. They planned that half would stay back, prepped for getaway, and Resme and Pixie would follow Gruth to make contact. Attempts to chat went nowhere as the tribe moved to surround the trio. After a brief skirmish, Gruth sensed the presence of his tormentor behind him. Yelling for the rest to run, Gruth was taken, leaving the rest of Quintitir fleeing through the woods, chance fading behind them.
So, you guys had just rode off through the woods way after sunset. Some distant chanting behind you. The car door closing.
Distant chanting? Oh, gosh. Ooh.
And
that's not what I'm doing, but that's
everyone
fine.
can make a perception check.
Okay. I don't like that you asked us to do that.
No, we gotta start off right.
23.
21.
Oh, wow.
19.
Wow.
23.
Wow.
Whoa!
We may be scarred, but we are perceptive.
Perhaps because we're scarred.
Probably.
So 23.
Wow.
They scarred my eyes in such a way that they never close now.
It's the adrenaline, you know? It's a weird horse. Anywho. You know, it's always funny because obviously we can hear things
I don't
through
know
the
if they
door,
ever
but
really
they
can.
probably can't.
Sometimes, but
I think I've heard a storm before, maybe.
yes,
Yes.
the storms come through, the rain came through, but the birds I don't think ever really do.
Probably not talking.
No.
No, unfortunately. We should
I
mic her up,
usually
though.
hear talking
Bless
birds,
you.
but
We should have
Thank
a
you.
mic to talkie for an episode.
That'd be funny. No, you guys are confident that you hear no sound of anyone or anything
gosh.
giving chase.
Okay. Let's
the-
slow down for a moment.
Distant chanting does get more and more faint as you are sprinting through the woods.
Yes. As we get like decently far away. So let's stop. Let's stop.
We have to get back.
No. We need a rest.
No,
We
we're
should.
not safe here.
Safe enough.
No.
I've got to go back.
I
and
will
get
say that
Gruth.
there is. You're not going to make it back to the wall before sunrise.
At least we have cover in here.
No, but they can track us. They can come.
I don't think they want us. I think they got what they want.
We've got to go back.
We cannot go back.
What about
No, but
Gruth?
we were witnesses to whatever that thing was, and they might come for us because of it.
We have to stop and rest. We can't run forever.
Fine.
Plus, we'll talk about it later. So that just happened.
Good. He's gone.
Maybe it's for the best.
Can't say that. Why would you say that?
He's clearly not who we thought he was.
No, of course he was. He was who he thought he was. It was just, well, you know, he's got a history and all, but that doesn't mean he's not who we thought he was.
He killed my people.
But he doesn't remember any of that. The Gruth we knew wasn't that Gruth.
Can we talk about this when we're safe?
I want to talk about it now.
Who's keeping watch first?
I'll keep watch.
A lock can join
Me
you.
too.
2 at a time for sure.
I'll go second.
I'll take the second half of the Alok watch. You'll have to take the third part of the not elf watch.
He can end with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. So like, there's like
Us
2
two.
different watches
Yeah.
going on. 2
Us
elves,
and then-
3 everyone else.
Yeah.
So the elf watch and the other
Right,
people
okay,
watch.
okay, I get you. I get you.
I'm still a little confused, but
Tell me about it.
You'll take. We're gonna call it third wash
okay.
with resume.
I didn't think we had a third watch.
We're doing 2 at a time right now. That's why.
Oh.
So me and Alok are each taking
So
2, and then you
2,
3 each take 1.
but
So
then
everyone
there's-
takes 1
then
watch.
There's
but-
the overlap of. Then it's I lock, Pixie lock, Pixie Resme, you Pixie, you Resme.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Correct.
You guys are much smarter than I.
It's like that.
So 2 and 3.
Much smarter. Never heard that. Okay.
Alright.
So everyone else can get as comfortable as they can.
Definitely takes a while to fall asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. And Forest floor is a bit damp from the drizzle throughout the day.
Gross. I'm definitely sitting up.
You could prestidigitation
Yeah.
the ground around you to dry off.
A dimension door into a tree.
Stylish exit. I like it. And you can roll a perception check for the first watch.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Good.
Good.
Good. You'll see all the people about to attack you.
No, but you will see a lock just kind of staring off into the distance most of the night. Not
Didn't roll very well, huh?
incredibly attentive. If something were to come in, this bit of his vision, he'd probably catch it. But he's not making too much effort to, really look around. He's just
He didn't roll very good.
lost. Yeah.
He didn't roll very good.
That's what I'm trying to say more
Yeah,
narratively,
yeah.
yes.
Lock.
Hmm?
Are you okay?
I don't know. I thought should be asking you that. I've seen strange things, but never have I had people I've traveled with taken from me like that.
Question.
Yes.
Did we all end up actually seeing the demon, or did only us two actually see it in Gruth?
Only you two.
No.
Wild.
Go us!
You guys were at the tree. What I will say is, you guys were at the tree line
Ooh, yay!
when Gruth was taken. So you would have seen that weird moment of
Because I was
Pixie
gonna say,
trying
Fred
to.
came and
Yeah.
brought the horse.
You guys would have seen that moment of Pixie trying to run, but almost like tripping. Her legs almost being kicked out from under as she was trying to run, but holding on to Gruth. And then a dark shimmer in the air as Gruth just.
Oh, so you oh wow. Ah. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Continue.
Yep. I don't know what was happening, but clearly nothing good.
I think that we lost.
I don't know. I don't want to jump to as quick as terrible conclusion, but maybe you're right.
I mean,
At least we learned.
I've never seen anything like this before. I'm not even quite sure what happened.
I've heard you say you fought these people, yes?
Yes, but never like that. That was different.
As much as I want to say it wasn't our loss, the fact that Gruth is not here and I have no guesses as to how to start looking for him. I don't to say we lost, but it's hard to see any other outcome.
I think I might know a way to find out more, but I don't know if I should or not.
How?
No. Never mind. Just keep your eyes open. Let me know if you see anything.
Right. Right. The rest of your watch is uneventful. You see nothing. And eventually, you can wake Pixie for her part of the watch. And Pixie, you can roll.
Was it perception?
Mm-hmm.
17.
Okay. Good little pep talk there. He did much better.
Hey!
Went from like a 7 to a 19. Okay. It is, especially in light of recent hours, it is unsettling, but as peaceful as it can be. And then soon enough,
It's not a good morning at all. It's not a good morning. It's a
No.
stinky morning. It's a stinky morning.
It's really stinky.
That is also really stinky.
very stinky.
I wake up as yeah.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
eventually.
Okay.
Lark's gonna find a tree and just prop himself up against it. Eventually fall asleep.
10 for my perception check.
You can roll again.
Fred wakes up.
You sure? You sure I had to roll again? Are you sure? You sure?
Sure. Yeah.
9.
Okay.
Yikes.
What was yours?
10.
Nice.
Rolled
No.
2
no,
on the dice.
No. I had 17.
Okay.
I had 17.
Had 17.
Keep that in consideration.
Okay. Yep. In consideration. All right. It seems quiet, uneventful. If nothing is said, then eventually you can wake Frode up for the last part of the watch. Well, probably
Frode.
throw a rock at him.
Fred,
He's up in a tree.
I sent Silas to get him.
Oh, okay.
With a rock.
No, Silas gets
No
him.
rock. There's
Silas, go get Fred.
a crow lands on the branch and then hops up onto your boot. And then
No,
up
no
on your
boot.
knee.
Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry. Foot.
Got a big toe.
And then flies up on your knee and just. And then he flies down.
Your turn.
Okay.
Then I'll go sleep.
I scuttle down the tree.
Perception checks.
Please. Oh, seriously? 12. 2 better.
21.
Thank you. I'm lost in thought. I'm actually probably just like staring at my book, or the same page for most of the whole time.
You okay? It's a good story you're reading there, huh?
Yeah, I got stuck on the word "and" for a really long time.
It's a good word. It's kind of in between things. Where we are now.
I hope this is an and not a period.
Yes, it would be sad if Gruth died.
He's alive.
You're so sure.
I talked to him.
I just don't know what to trust anymore. With all our friends, you know. The parent is other things, and we've got tricksters all around us, and what happened back there?
There was this creature really ugly. Really ugly. Really tall. Mainly really ugly. Horns. Gross limbs. Lanky? No, not lanky. Some of the other ones are. I know at some point these guys were described as lanky, but it's not this one in particular.
Some can be. This
Some
one
can
in particular
be.
was
This
a
one
bit
was.
more built.
Substantial.
Built. Okay, I don't say that. This is tall, scary, evil, pure.
How
pure
big
evil.
was it?
How what?
How big was it? 8 feet, 9 feet?
In terms of height?
Yeah.
Close to 10.
Probably about 10 feet tall.
Oh, that's a bit bigger than Gruth.
It just walked towards him. They cleared a path for him, all the townspeople.
So these people are in league with demons.
Oh, definitely. And he grabbed Gruth and disappeared.
Well, what they say about Horman's true. It's good to know.
Well, I
Hard
was
to find out.
thinking about that. I don't love this idea, but I was thinking maybe we go talk to the other village on the other side of the forest. Because what if they don't like what's going on over there? What if they know more about this Gruth figure? What if they have information, if they want to help? And if not, we run.
That was our plan last time,
And we ran, most of us.
and then one of us got left behind.
Yeah. I don't know, I just feel like if we're up here, we might as well try.
I do want to know more about Gruth. And if I'm being honest, I don't feel right leaving without, making some effort. We don't know where he's at. We could find him maybe.
Oh, well, I think he's, in, like, the Infernal or something like that. Like, he's in a whole different... He's not here.
How do we get there?
Do we want to get there?
Well, I told him that I'd go with him wherever he went. And I mean that.
Maybe he has to pay the consequence.
What consequence? He doesn't even remember what he did.
But he
How's
did
that fair?
something. A lot of things that were not good, Frode.
Well, so have we all, but he seems better.
I hope. And I hope that by him being in wherever it is that this fiend took him, that he's not going to revert to the old Gruth. That's what really scares me.
Well, then we got to get to him before, well...
We'll try. But it's murky.
Everything about this whole journey's been murky from start to now. I'm tired of it. I want to go back home.
You're no good at home. We need you here.
Well, I know that, but I still want to go home.
I know. Same.
Just imagine sitting on my porch, looking for golden fish in my back pond.
Yeah. Do you have those in your lake?
Well, sure, they talk.
They talk?
Well, they did to my cousin once, but he couldn't hold it. So, no one could really say for sure, but I'm pretty sure they talk.
Someday we'll have to go back to Udafir and you'll have to introduce us to all of your cousins.
Yes, that is going to happen, though I must warn you, they're a bit of a rowdy bunch, and
I believe it.
if I were to introduce you to all of them, you might have to stay for a couple of weeks.
That's probably okay.
And I'm missing one because she fell in the river and she just went down a ways, and, well, we don't really know what happened to her, so
I
you
think
won't
at
meet
this
her,
point
but
we could probably find half of them in the bottom of the river.
Yikes. Well, then we have to
Bottom
find
river,
her.
Floated out to sea.
I'm sure someone found her down the way, but
You guys have a very scary river.
it's really quite scary. There's a good reason I don't like water.
Yeah.
In real life, there's the massive, trash island that's just all the plastics that drift together. Out in the Eversea, there's just a colony of halflings floating in the water.
Stop.
They're just holding on to each other to survive.
They're just bickering. You're grabbing my foot too hard. No, you're grabbing my arm too hard.
It sounds like when you hear a flock of seagulls all just squawking, but it's all just halfling gibberish bickering.
Oh, jeepers creepers. Do we have any paper towels on the scene? Man down, man down. I forgot how to drink.
She's got a drinking problem.
Well, yeah. I mean, but
ain't
no.
got a problem drinking at all.
I'm not ending the scene yet. Sorry. Please hold.
Yeah, you're good.
Why?
It almost went past. It's not even wet.
That wasn't.
I had it on my map.
I had bad aim.
Easy.
Well, Frode, I know that this whole journey.
Hit my sniff stick.
I know that this whole journey has been not the easiest for you. And I want you. Okay, hey, I'm trying to have a serious moment.
Stop talking about your sniff stick.
Stop sniffing sticks.
We weren't talking about it, we were sniffing. Carry on.
I know this journey hasn't been the easiest for you, and a lot of truths have not been true, or untruths have not, or truths have not been revealed until later. Anyway, so I want you to know some truths about me, some absolute truths about me. Okay, are you ready?
Well, I'm not sure. Will they scar me?
I really hope not.
Okay.
I think I'm a delightful person for the most part.
All right, then let's hear your delightful truths.
I love the color pink.
I knew that.
My name is Alondra,
Yes, that's a.
except for when I'm out of the castle walls
But
and
I'm
that's my resume.
still gonna call you resume.
That's okay.
I don't think
perfect.
I'm ever gonna call you the other one.
That's okay. And I think that I do my best to do what is good and right. And I care about my people, and taking care of them is one of my first priorities.
You haven't even told me your favorite book.
It's right here!
How many books do you have in there?
And it's called something, once I remember what I called it. The Amazing Adventures of Aelin.
Oh,
It's about a thief in a far-off land, and she learns how to be good.
she learns how to be good.
And she falls in love.
Well, that sounds like a decent story. Could I read it sometime?
Yeah. It's a long story.
Well,
It's a good one, though.
I also have lots of other things in here. That's a note from my grandpa. And that's the, I don't know what that is. And I have some of my favorite fairy tales in here.
oh, good fairy tales.
I tore them out. But I still have them.
Well, sometimes destroying books is, I guess, okay if you're trying to keep the stories.
Exactly, so I can remember them. Aiden told me that I was reading one of them all wrong this whole time, and that the queen was the bad guy, not the good guy. That was a while ago, though.
How can the queen be the bad guy?
I know, right? She's so
It's just
beautiful.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's a common motif in like most of the fairy tales that I read.
Yeah, I thought it was different in that one. One of my favorites is The Princess and the Crow. That's a good one.
Oh. Is that?
Silas wakes up.
Anyway, this is my favorite, though. And yeah, it's about a thief, and she learns how to be good. Like, maybe Gruth can learn.
Well, yes. Well, yes. I believe he really could, and I believe he has. Maybe by forgetting a bunch of stuff, but
Right, but what if he remembers all that stuff?
well, sometimes we all have to forget something bad to learn something good. So he's at a pretty good spot right now.
That's
I'd
true.
say.
I have to forget a lot of things my mom told me in order to be a better person.
What's your mom telling you now?
She's not. She's mean. She thinks humans bleh, and orcs even bleh. She's not very nice.
Well,
And she always measures my waist. It has to be the perfect size. She's not very
what's
nice.
the perfect size?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Oh.
Ask her when we get back. I'm sure she'd appreciate that.
Well, I'm certainly glad that I have a little pond and not an overbearing mother.
She's a lot. And I've had to unlearn a lot of things she told me. Like, when I first met you guys, I was a little mean. And that's because she rubbed off on me a little bit. And I had to let go of some of that.
Oh, well.
Unlearn some of that. It's not easy.
Have I ever told you that I never had a mom.
Well, surely you had a mom.
Well, I never knew her.
Oh.
No, when Frodo was born, no mom to be found.
Spawned in.
just-
my mother didn't show up to my birth. Sorry.
Just like all his cousins falling into the river, he came from out of the river.
Well, where do you think they
Rose from the mud.
she went?
Well, I don't know. I asked around about it a lot whenever I was young, but people just, they pretended like they didn't hear me, or they just kind of brushed me aside, or answer in a roundabout way, and then transfer to a different story, or I don't really know what happened to him. And at some point, I just stopped asking, I think.
Well, we should start looking for just your mom, or are they both missing?
They're both missing. They went missing on the same day as much as I know, but...
Do you know how old you were?
Oh, no, I can't remember it.
Any-
I just have a faint memory of my mom, but I don't really remember my dad all that much.
And do you know for sure that you carry their name?
Yes, well, yes, I'm quite sure of that because my uncle raised me, but...
Okay. That's a starting place. That's why I ask.
Well, yes, it's a good starting place.
We'll find them. Maybe.
Except he doesn't...
Unless they're dead.
I certainly hope that's not the case,
hope
but
not.
it might be. It's been quite a bit of time since then, so...
Yeah, that's weird.
But, yeah, so I guess I never really had a bunch of learning to unlearn, you know? I just never had a lot of learning. Had to find out for myself.
That's scary.
Well, yes, it can be, but... it can be, yeah. Yeah, but, you know, I've been gifted, and people seem to tend to think that I have a certain grasp on things, so things have worked out well, I suppose, despite all that.
Well, I like you, Frode. I'm glad we're friends.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I hope you've forgiven me for lying to you about the whole, princess thing.
It hurt. I mean, well, it hurts, but I understand it. You know, I don't like being lied to, and that's not whatever. I want a friendship to be founded on, but well, I think we've gotten a bit past it, and I've seen you do good things, and you've defended me well in fights and whatnot. So yeah, I would say that I've forgiven you, but don't ever do it again. You know.
Try not to.
Well, thank you.
I won't. I can't.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay.
It's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, unless you were like a queen of a bigger nation or something that I didn't know about.
Not as far as I know.
You're not like queen of the universe or something.
In my own mind, sometimes.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye out on your mind. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
Well, anyways, you should probably keep your eyes peeled because I can't see all that well out here.
I've got them peeled. I think you have them peeled better than me, though, with our rolls.
Yeah.
Maybe not your eyes, but your ears are a little sharper in this moment.
I'm good. Keep
She
going.
just broke herself.
A little stiff from your trance.
I guess.
I sat weird. My neck hurts.
Yeah. Gets you.
I sat with my neck just slightly angled like that, and now just,
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the night goes pretty peacefully. Uneventful, I should say.
Mm.
You're not peaceful, but conversation is really the main source of noise, other than some wind through the leaves, or the leaves are left on the tree as they are slowly falling. Wait, no, there's not many of those trees up here. Sorry. Wind through the trees.
Okay.
I know how
Got
things
it.
work. And eventually, everyone else can wake up to a new day. Still overcast. No rain at the moment.
Alright, let's get back.
Actually, I was thinking, since we are here, maybe it would be a good idea to go check out the village on the other side of the forest. Because, hear me out. Maybe they hate that village. Boo! They worship demons or whatever. And maybe they know things about Gruth, or folklore, or more tales about this Gruth figure. Maybe it's worth a shot since we're here. Maybe they want to defeat this other tribe. Maybe they'd help us.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Oh.
Well, Pixie, but don't we all agree with something? I understand if you don't want to go, because, well, we're in a not very good place. And who knows if we'll come back, but, well, I just feel like Goose protected us. He'd die for us. I don't know. I feel like we owe him something.
Yeah, let's pick the other village. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to the other place because we definitely picked the wrong one the first time, and you know.
Oh no, we picked the right ones. Unfortunately.
I scouted out that one and it looked safe, and then we went there. So.
I know.
But it's not your fault. We all agreed to this. We knew it was, you know, the risk.
I have someone I have to talk to in the village in your town, so if we're not going back there, I am.
Well, it was just take not even a day. And then we'll head back.
No, I'm not going there. I'm not.
But what about Groot?
We came all this way. I feel like we'd be amiss to not at least try.
You can. I tried to hold on to him and he left, so.
Not willingly.
You can't. Your resume told me what happened. You can't blame him for this. There was a 10-foot-tall demon.
Yeah. I saw him.
Well, would you just stay at least in the woods while we check it out, so we can go back together?
Fine.
Okay.
Take Silas with you so he can fly back if anything
Okay.
happens.
I'll probably try to disguise myself like some sort of traveler or something. What do you two think?
Well, that's probably a good idea. We can.
Hi, bird.
I can do something, surely. I'm pretty good at convincing people of things.
I think if we just come in like we're in need of help or looking for a place to stay for the night.
In Ormond, yeah.
Yeah, we're traveling. I
Do
don't
people
know.
do that in Ormond?
I have no clue. Aiden, what do you think?
I don't know. I just want to get back.
I understand that. Me too.
What are you wishing to gain?
Maybe they know tales of this Gruth figure. Maybe they're enemies with the other tribe and they'd help us defeat them. I don't want to judge the whole country by this one very, very evil tribe because I don't think they were always evil. I think the people in whatever the city name was that we were in Valrus said that the raids weren't always that bad and wicked.
I think Gruth is the only good thing I've seen come from Ormond, and now we don't even have that, so...
And I don't know how good that was.
From what I've heard of Ormond as well, it doesn't sound like they've ever really been particularly on the good side. We're all a mixed bag a bit, of course, but well, some bags are a little bit less mixed than others, let's say that.
Maybe they're not good, but maybe they're angry at them.
It could be. I'm not saying that we're going to find friends there, and I'm not what I'm
Me
expecting.
neither.
I'm saying maybe we'll find information, and maybe we can fool our ways through it, and just gather something that might tell us something about Groot. But I'm also expecting it to be treacherous, and not very good, and pretty unfriendly, and all the things that I don't really like. But it's Groot.
Well, I'd like to try. So, if you come with me, if you both want to stay in the forest, fine. And I'm gonna change myself to look like a half-orc with gray skin. My height. And start heading that way. I start walking, I guess, because he has my horse.
What?
I'm starting to walk that way.
Oh. I'm gonna follow.
And I'll hop on the horse with you.
Okay.
Alok, you can take Willow. I'll stick with Spirit.
Okay. Okay, so you guys start riding now a little
To the other village that
northwest-ish.
they saw, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll have Silas on my shoulder.
Rogue, where are you headed? Are you sticking with Pixie?
He was coming.
No, I'm
You're
going.
going with? Okay. Pixie, are you just following at a distance?
No,
Staying put.
I'm just staying put.
Okay.
I'll cast aid on. Sorry, I'm trying to read. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
3 of those. Sorry, a lock. It gives you your hit point maximum increases by 5. So you'll be at, just boost for 8 hours.
Which also note, because I had to remind myself of this, if you're sticking with Spirit,
Wait, where's my
then you also have most of Gruth's possessions.
Oh,
So he left them behind.
nice.
He said he left them behind. I think it's easy enough to say that he probably packed them for a quick getaway, so
Yeah.
they were on horse.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're hanging back, hunkering down. Probably rode for a good hour through the night last night to get away, before slowing down. So you can ride on for an hour-ish, and everyone can make perception checks.
Me too.
Dirty 20.
A 21.
22.
Dirty 20.
Oh, my armor's totally on underneath my fit, by the way. My fake fit.
I have, I've rolled 3 21s on perception now, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, we've been having high rolls.
Jeez.
It's a good number.
This is a good number. Yeah.
So wait, is everyone above 20 right now? Because dirty,
Yeah,
20,
22.
22, 21.
Okay.
A lock?
Under 20.
Ah.
Not too far under 20. He's trying, you know. Okay. So,
He's got the sun in his eyes.
I mean,
yeah.
That's what he does every time. Like he's like a Skyrim NPC or something.
He's just riding from tree to tree.
Who put the sun there?
Who put the sun there? Who put the sun there?
Every single
yeah.
time.
Go time. Lock, we get it.
Who puts Can we please travel at night?
Please. I'm tired of hearing him.
You know,
Right.
there's less travel at night, so...
But at night, anytime the moonlight hits him, he goes, "Oh, I just love the moonlight."
Let's stop for a second, just...
Pretty.
Okay, yeah, so you guys can ride on. Pretty keen after yesterday's events. Pretty locked on your surroundings. And yeah, you can ride through the forest. If not for things that just happened, it'd be relatively peaceful. And as you're riding, an hour or so passes, and you hear the creaking of branches, some snapping of twigs. As from out behind some trees, you see some figures with branches and leaves and such integrated into part of their clothing. Some hoods up, some masks on, some axes drawn, some bows drawn and pointed at you from above. One figure stands from a bush kind of off to your left. Just has a spear pointed but walks forward.
Travelers, we'd like to talk to your leader? Someone.
Wait, we don't really know. Who are you?
We don't get travelers here.
Well, we're on a bit of a quest. We wouldn't come here unless we had to.
We had a bad run-in with the tribe on the other side of the forest.
Yeah, we were looking for information on a man who led us here, and he was someone that we've heard tales of, and nothing good, and there's been a prophecy, and he's a part of it, and we're trying to find out more information.
You wish to know about a man and you come to Ormond.
Yeah. We think he's been around these parts in the past.
At least some time ago.
You're either very brave or very stupid.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it you seek?
Does the name Gruth mean anything to you?
It's Gruth with an H at the end.
Nothing to me.
I'm gonna roll insight on that.
Do it.
12.
12. It seemed to pause and think for a minute, so it seems like a truthful enough answer.
What do you... This is why we've kind of wanted to talk to someone. Maybe not... no offense. I mean, I don't know you. You could be the leader.
In the forest.
Sorry, I'll stop talking.
Are you associated with any of the towns around here? Sorry for asking too many questions. You got a lot of bows pointed at us, and
The both of you roll persuasion checks.
I know you can carry, but please. Carry!
I got a 21.
I got a 7.
You
I'm
just
done
folded
with
your
this
papers.
stuff. No.
Sorry, what was you were asking?
Well, if we could,
That's me to you guys.
if we could talk to. Or he asked if they were from the towns or the
Oh, right.
villages
Yeah,
around here.
yeah,
I asked
and-
if we could talk to someone
Yeah.
who might know who Gruth is.
We have one city where we all have a place. Otherwise, homes are up to us to find, to make.
Oh, do you have any people that are older in your camps?
Who may know something about this Gruth man.
Like I said, he was from a while ago. It might have been before your time.
Roll again.
Okay, dirty 20.
18.
Okay. You see, he kind of lowers his spear a little bit. He looks to some of the other figures in the trees, gives them a nod. You wait here.
Okay.
Oh,
And he turns and walks away.
See, I told you they were, like, you know, I don't think. This isn't whisper, but. At least they're not killing us immediately.
Good for that.
Yeah. Sorry. I saw that in Elvish. I'll say that in Elvish.
Oh, okay.
That's confusing
speak
coming
back
from
in
an orc.
Elvish,
Wait a second.
So as you guys stand and wait for a while, is there anything any of you wished?
I'm gonna enhance ability, and I'm gonna give Resme Eagle Splendor, so you have advantage on charisma checks.
W. Good play, good play.
Um,
I'm gonna insight check all the peoples. I want to go what their vibe is.
Okay, just give me a
Vibe
roll then for a vibe. What's
Vibe
up?
check, but not vibe
I
check.
was just gonna say if we wanted to do like a backtrack of like.
Yeah.
a little
If you got something, we can
Yeah.
do something.
19.
19. Okay.
I'm just kind of like, just looking at my eyes around them.
There is a not quite a tension, but there is a kind of a trained steadiness. They are locked, minimal movement. At times, if you're not actually making eye contact, if you were to kind of unfocus for a second, you'd probably forget they're there. This is
Impressive.
they're good.
Yeah.
What's up?
So a few minutes after they leave,
Mhm.
like a minute or two, I'll just kind of wait, and then I'll look at Spirit, and just kind of look and see like what Spirit has, and like just kind of like look through the things a bit, and then I'll just lean on Spirit and just like look up at the sky, and just stand for a second, and then. Hello? Is anyone there? Watching? Waiting?
If you're doing, I think you're doing roll persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yeah,
15.
15. Okay.
I know Fasan follows us everywhere, so that's a no-brainer. Hi Fasan, how you doing? Not talking to you though, so if you want to go bug someone else, you can. Got your time, go take your lunch break or whatever. I'm tired of that, you know? The evil following us everywhere we go. You let that happen, you know. I was holding on to him tight, and then you just let it happen. You let him go. Is there anyone good up there listening, watching? I know the bad people are, but what about the good? Whatever you're doing up there, whatever you're playing, you're kind of distracted right now, you know? There's a lot going on, and you're just letting it happen to us. We're trying to help, but you just let bad things keep happening. And I know you were looking out for Gruth because he doesn't remember all the bad he did. And you just let him go again? Doesn't sound like you're doing a good job at it. Keeping him safe. Saving the world. Tired of the evil. Tired of it. You know, if you guys want to say anything, you can. I mean, I'm here for a while. I can wait. I've sat in woods before in silence for hours. I could do it again. I can wait. And then I'll just go up to a tree and then just sit down.
Okay.
And just keep staring up at the sky.
Yep.
Just wait.
Having lived in somewhat similar terrain most of your life, like you said, you're not too far from where you know there's good farmland. You're no stranger to woods. Around this time of year, as we're moving further into fall, things are generally getting colder overall. But as you're sitting there asking all these questions, you just feel a gentle, warm breeze blow past. sense of words or anything, but it does bring a sense of comfort. Not total peace, but just feel a little bit of that weight just dissipate a bit. And you can keep sitting in the woods. Little, lack of a better word, a little more settled.
What?
For lack of a better word, a little more settled.
Okay.
For the four of this gang, it's a good 20 minutes of waiting.
Just kidding. Clicking my heels. Just staying where he left us.
Before eventually the figure, you can see him a little ways in the distance, hear him walking through the underbrush, returns. This time less threatening, more using his spear just as a walking stick as he walks through the woods. And actually, he stops, looks at you all for a moment. Can't really see his eyes through the mask, but you can see the kind of unsettling visage of this mask just peering at all of you for a slightly extended moment before you hear the voice from underneath. Follow me.
I do so.
And he turns, starts walking, and as you all begin walking, still on horseback?
Yeah, we wouldn't be leaving them behind.
I figured.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
move my poker.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I just wasn't sure if it was
We can
riding
walk
horses or
beside.
walking
Yeah, we can walk beside
Okay.
him. That's not less threatening.
Regardless, some of the other figures, you hear them kind of close in behind you and just making their presence known that they are right behind you.
So, you guys in this forest often?
The leader guy came back, by the way.
Okay.
Or whoever it was, the guy who went off came back.
Just like to imagine one of the guys is like, he's new to the clan, whatever. No, it's my first time.
That happened.
It doesn't at all, unfortunately. It was just a humorous thought.
Funny.
Funny. So you're led through the woods.
Oh, no response. Let's see how it is.
No response. Led through the woods and eventually hear sounds of more people, but it sounds like a nice, pleasant environment. You hear some chatter, you hear some laughter of both adults and kids. Eventually the trees begin to give way. You can see there are some small huts built within the wood line, but then that parts and gives way to a small village. There are some fires going to provide warmth to cook some food, and you can see there are a few dozen people out and about. Some returning from the nearby lake. You can see them carrying fishing rods and pails, and some others just carrying things to and from houses, chasing, playing with kids. A lot of them, as they see a familiar figure walk from the woods, would turn and give a greeting of sorts, but then immediately just stop and stare at this small procession behind him.
To ease the tension, I get the loot off my back. And I just look at him and I just play a tune like everything's okay, everything's normal. It's like
It's still just very not reactive at all. They all just kind of continue just staring intently. They look back to the one who's leading you, and he just kind of returns some looks. You see him nod a couple of times, or like kind of give a little bit of like, just go on, back to your work. And they kind of scatter a little bit. Eventually, down by the water's edge, kind of acting as much of a center point as it can, you see a slightly wider built hut. You see logs and branches used to create the outside, sealed in with some mud and some clay. Thatch roof over top with a lazy trail of smoke coming through a little hole in the center. And kind of a curtain of branches acting as a front door to the front of this hut. The one leading you stops right in front of the doorway and turns. I do not know what possessed her to see outsiders, but if you behave disrespectfully,
I'll put the loot on my back.
it is death.
Fair.
Is there anything we should know? Because I don't want to be disrespectful by accident.
Do not speak unless spoken to.
Okay.
Answer questions as politely and as honestly as you can. As often the oracles can see through lies.
Okay, and who are we speaking with?
The oracle of our tribe. As he then kind of uses the spearhand to brush aside the branches and gesture inside.
Go in.
You all walk in. Some of the other guards, I suppose, from behind would reach their hands out, kind of silently asking for the reins of your horses, as horses are definitely not going through this door.
Oh, I look at them and I go, please take care of Polka.
They just give a little nod,
Thank you.
take the
He
reins.
likes carrots.
You could see when you're walking through this little makeshift village that there were some cattle, some horses, some goats, so they're not unfamiliar to
They know how to
having
take care of
animals.
them.
Yeah, they're not just gonna be like food.
Good.
They're not. Yeah. And you enter, and if not for being so alien and whatever preconceived notions you have of the people of Ormond or what you've maybe experienced in the past, it's a little cozy in here. Just a nice dirt floor with some makeshift rugs, some actual animal skin rugs, wooden furniture with grass and such and moss for cushions, a little fire in the middle. Not much else like blocking up any kind of rooms or anything in this hut. And on the far wall, you see, sat atop a chair, large makeshift kind of staff in their hand. What looks to be an elderly tabaxi.
Ooh, dope.
Tabaxi.
It's like a cat.
Tabaxi's like a cat person, yeah. You can tell it's elderly because the darker fur, around the snout and around the ears and such, there's some gray fur coming in. And as you approach, the head is face down, just making no motion, no gesture to your arrival. The one who led you all to this building walks in and just kind of drops to one knee, gives a low bow, kind of like spreads his arms out.
I do the same in
I do a little
imitation.
bow.
Okay. And he stands, and from this figure sat upon the chair, you just hear, "So these are the strangers entering our home. There is a heaviness about your approach. sense a darkness as well. And with that, the head kind of raises, and you see the eyes open to just pure white eyes. Not likely any vision left in this figure, but still sensing your approach enough. So tell me, what is it you are seeking by coming to us?
We were seeking 2 things. For one, the lands down south are being attacked. And, well, we wanted to come and see why. And then 2, we know of a prophecy talking about a Gruth. And we were wondering if anyone up here knows anything.
There is a long pause. The figure kind of raises her staff a little bit, head bows again. That name is of no concern to us. However, it is beyond folly to attempt to reason with the Esgaloth clan. Can you say that again? And the guide that had led you in at the mention of this clan, you just see him spit on the ground.
Esgaloth.
Esgaloth.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's how you spell that. That's what I told you. I told you that they weren't gonna like them. We don't like them either. Sorry.
What is it you wish from this clan?
Oh, they just.
We don't really wish anything. We don't even know who they are. We have no idea. We only know that there's a prophecy and a Gruth involved, and
They just took one of our friends.
They take and they take and they take. Seems that is all they are keen on. I've been given many prophecies in my life. Never with a name such as that.
Do you know about the creature that dwells within their midst?
See your head just raised for a moment. I have seen this one before. He has changed them. Ruined them.
Mm-hmm.
Prideful they once were. Now, reduced to heathens. Faithless. Seeking outside power that they cannot hope to wield, but rather that will wield them. I know not why it has persisted, but it will be their end. Yet they are too blind, too daft to see it. This is their folly. not business have you with such a beast?
We want to get rid of it.
We would like that. Is that what plagues all of Ormond?
Not all of us are as foolish.
I certainly meant no offense.
Though to get rid of such a creature will take strength. Much, much strength. A strength you may yet wield.
I certainly think so.
Although there is division amongst you. This loss you speak of. There's confusion among your group,
Yeah, that's an understatement.
including the one you left behind.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen many losses through my life. And it always stands. The people can either band together, find strength, or shatter, to be forgotten, left behind. That outcome is yet before you. One you must choose.
We're sticking together, right?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know about. We did leave.
Wait, we're sticking together. We're stuck together.
We're sticking together.
Okay, well, so, that leads me to my other question. Ormond isn't, it's not, how do I want to say this? Some of the people from up here have been raiding people from a peaceful land. And, well, it doesn't seem like it's you. You seem to have wisdom. And I think all wisdom points towards some form of peace. If we were to rid the land of this demon, would that free the people from its control?
Roll a persuasion check.
Go, 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 go.
That one. 12.
No!
Ooh.
Still a 12 from that one. That's crazy.
It's impressive. That's a level 8, man. Dang. That's a good question, too.
Oh, wait. No, I get to re-roll. Because ones give me a re-roll.
Oh yeah, because you're a halfling.
That's right.
It's better.
15.
It's better. Not in that one.
Okay. Bonus safe in your butt there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good save.
So there was a bit packed into that. Repeat. What was
I was asking essentially
why they raid?
If we defeat this demon, will that free the people of this land and stop the raids?
Right. Okay.
All tribes have the choice as to how to lead their people, live their lives. They've always been fond of the violence. Despite the gathering offering what supplies are needed, they prefer taking, as they have done, as they will continue to do. If you were able to find and defeat this beast, I know not the fate of Gruth. The rest of our land does not give in to such vile ways of leadership. So I see no poor outcome as far as we are concerned. Whatever destruction is brought upon them by the end of this fiend is on their own heads.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, thank you. And, what... If I'm overstepping, please tell me, but what keeps you from the power of the beast?
Roll another persuasion check.
Yeah.
There you go.
31.
Nat 20.
Beautiful.
That was a turnaround.
Yeah.
Very, very good turnaround. Especially on a decent question.
I did a backflip while asking you.
Wow.
That was incredible.
Very impressive.
Wait, you can't see that.
Each of us, when we are chosen as Oracle, have the choice before us as to what, who to listen to. As we have been guided by our ancestors before us, we choose not to give in to such wretched abominations on one side or the other. So rather listening to the land and what comes of it has given me what strength is needed to guide us towards a more peaceful existence. One that I know not all clans in our land strive for, but it suits us. So, to your question, I'm not even sure we were ever considered by this thing.
May I ask, have you ever heard anything about this Gruth figure?
The eyes close again. The head goes down. Staff kind of raises up once more. The fire behind all of you. You can feel the heat kind of pick up a little bit.
I know not this name, nor what its attachments are. Well, there's a conflict bound to it.
Because it's fun.
There is a shadow. And yet a spark as well.
Much rests on that spark.
I should say so.
Have you heard any tales of any great or bad warrior from the Askii clan?
There have been many. A great warrior from all clans.
Maybe one from 5 years ago? Went missing, perhaps? Maybe.
"5 years.
Theoretically.
It was around that time the shadow fell over the Askii clan.
Roll a persuasion check.
With advantage. Ooh, 22.
Nice.
Worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was around 5 years ago. When the clans came together. The shadow was seen over Askii. Unsettled they were, seeking other guidance, other power. The oracle spoke of dreams, which brought concern to all the oracles present. They were warned as to what may befall them if they gave in to such temptation. But it was evident the words fell on deaf, prideful ears. And they found their eventual demise. Many tribes have risen and fallen in the history of this untamed land. Theirs will not be the first name to disappear, nor the last. I hope that answers your questions.
Well, I had a couple more. Sorry, I'm sorry. If I may. What was their oracle's name? Or is it the same guy? Or girl?
The one you're talking to, or
The Askii clan's oracle that showed up that spoke of the dreams.
I am afraid, young one, to speak of such heretics. is an ill omen.
Fair.
It is a name none now speak, for the disgrace they bring upon our people. Now, is there anything else?
You said that there is a conflict bound to the name Gruth. Correct?
Yes.
Has that conflict happened?
I think it's happening right now.
Ongoing. It's been happening. Will continue to happen. Should he find the strength, that spark may drown out the shadow. Though it may be a conflict that lasts his life.
Not on our watch.
Even if he does not give in to the shadow again, it will not leave him, is my point.
Not on my watch. I mean, it'll linger, for sure. I mean, that's a lot of trauma. Sorry. Well,
Unfortunately, in some of these matters, we do not have choice. That is up to far greater powers than you or I.
Yeah. I think we've bothered you long enough. You've been very helpful. Thank you for your counsel. Is there anything you wish of us?
I wish for rest.
Yes.
Such questions have their toll.
I'm sure.
She just kind of bows her head,
Bow back.
Thank you.
but the head does not rise again.
Good night. Just kidding. I don't say that. I don't say that.
Puts her head down.
Good.
Please leave.
I cast sleep on her.
Oh my gosh, no. No.
What's your armor class?
No.
I don't
Plus
do that.
5.
I don't do that.
Or no, not
No,
armor,
that's just-
hit
that's
points,
hit points, yeah.
sorry. I knew that.
Okay. While that was happening, were you up to anything?
Yeah, I waited about an hour
Mhm.
after I kind of said that and then felt the wind. And I kind of wrote out a little note. And then I drew craft a very thorny rose. And oh no. I drew craft a very thorny rose. I put the note up. I go to a tree, the tree that I was leaning on, and I put the note up and I put the rose through it so it like stuck on the tree with the thorns. And then I hop on Spirit and I cast Long Stride and start heading back to Fowler's.
Okay. The rest of you are escorted out of the hut. Horses still there.
To the one guy. Thank you for your hospitality. And if I may, you don't have to, but if you want to, what's your guys' clan name so I can keep you in high regard? You've been more than kind.
He just kind of stops that mask, obscuring any expression or reaction.
I'm not sure we need regard from the lands of the south.
Okay. Fair.
While she was
But
talking
if
to
you
him,
wish to speak well of Clan Granach, I suppose I cannot stop you.
Clan Granick?
Yeah.
were there any?
Not a K, not a K! What's happening in my brain?
Were there any, like, kids playing nearby?
There are still kids playing, but you can see that almost some kind of parental concern of these outsiders entering. They are at a distance from the Oracle's hut.
Any chance I could, like, go over in that direction?
Not easily.
Yeah. I could have grabbed him by the shoulder.
I couldn't just, like, sneak away.
Bro.
Nah, you're being watched like a hawk, man.
Okay.
Let's not bug the kids.
I just wanted to play a tune.
I think we've overstayed our welcome.
Could I offer you all
What?
a song as thank you for, well, you taking us in and being so kind?
The one who led you in grabs Polka's reins and just hands them to you.
That's good enough. That's good. That's good.
So that's a no?
Let's go.
No.
Let's go. Thank you.
Quite good, but whatever.
And Yor once again kind of walked to the wood's edge.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see they all just kind of stop at the edge of the woods and allow you on your way.
Wow. Alright, then we'll go try to find Pixie. Not find Pixie.
Okay. So you begin riding off back to the south, east a little ways. Through the woods if you wish. Or if you wish, there's a little bit of break between trees and that lake you had seen.
We'll go to wherever we
So-
left Pixie.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
the way to get there, yeah.
Yeah.
Pixie would be about mid-afternoon-ish, I would say, by the time you make it back to that.
Is that with
Wall
long,
that you
long
would-
stride? That's 10 feet.
Just past noon.
Okay.
A little early with that.
I'll mold earth and get the little ramp thing back.
Okay. Yeah, because you guys had kind of, like, replaced it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'll mold earth it and then I'll... As I'm traveling, though, I do... can I do a perception check? Or
Absolutely.
make sure, like, no one's suspiciously following me. Perception. Okay. 11.
11. Okay.
She left her bird with me. I can't believe this.
Crazy.
I got you sons.
You're mine now. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
Can we read that Princess and the Crow story one more time?
Yeah, what's the actual story there?
Yeah, what's
she
that,
ate the crow?
I gotta kiss the crow.
Cue the crow.
No.
Do it.
Do it.
As you were riding, you know, you were already kind of close to the wood's edge.
Mm-hmm.
So that last stretch for the last couple hours of you riding is open field.
Okay.
And as you see the wall off in the distance, yeah, because that roll wasn't very well. You also see a figure standing next to it, who, after a while, or after a moment, once you can see with a little more clarity, if you turn, see the horse, and start running west.
Wait, what?
Running, like, to your right,
The
just
man
along the wall.
Goes to the west, like starts running that way?
Yeah, just along the wall, not over it, but just...
So he sees me approaching and he starts running.
Mhm.
Okay.
On the side of Ormond or on the side of... Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, mystery. I'll just shout out and see if he wants to, but I'll just shout and say, "Hey, are you all right?" I can repeat that one more time because I feel like I did not understand myself. I said, hey, are you all right?
Alright.
Alright. Sorry, that's a bug. Hey, are you all right?
No, that's that thick Western no fear accent coming in. Hey, all right? Hey, all right?
Hey, boy, you doing all right over there, boy?
Hey, run. I bet a boy run fast over there.
Where are you doing?
No,
No, of course. You gotta go check all the
I
problems.
feel like I'm at a really, really rundown bar right now.
As you yell from your horse.
Like, I would slow a bit.
Okay.
Running full run full speed at it.
Are you all right? He does kind of stop and turn.
Oh, poor guy. Sorry.
You can see a spear in hand, and just kind of keeps backing away a little bit,
Oh, poor guy.
just keeping an eye. You see just some furs, some sticks and branches intermingled. You see a mask. This one fairly smooth, but there seems to be some teeth down around the jawline. A couple like ram's horns.
Okay.
Just kinda stops.
I'll kind of like slow to a stop. I'll reach in my bag. I'm gonna grab out. I'll grab out 5 gold. Just like stick my hand in and reach in,
Yeah.
and I'll toss it on the ground.
Peasant.
What?
Pocket change, you know?
Yeah.
I'll just put 5 gold on the ground, and I'll just be like, let me see, safe travels, and then I'll mold earth, little ramp thing, and
Okay. In the process of you molding earth, you kind of see out of the corner of your eye just a very slow approach towards the gold, not you,
it's all yours. You can take it. I don't need it.
and just crouch down, kind of look at it. Pick a piece up. And by that point, you mount back up on Spirit, hop over the wall, and he just
It's gold. My name's Pixie, by the way. And then I'll put the wall back together.
Just putting the wall back, you just hear Cortha.
One more time. Oh. One more time.
Cortha.
Cortha?
Yeah.
Is that under?
No. That's his name.
Oh, sorry, you're looking at the coin still.
Yeah.
What is he?
Cortha?
Cortha.
Cortha.
Oh, we can't tell he has a mask on.
Nice to meet you, Cortha.
You hear the clinking of coins as he picks them up. Sets them in a pouch. And as you hop back up on Spirit, you do just see kind of over the wall like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you turn right off.
Go back. Anytime I need to do long strider, I'll do long strider.
Okay.
So, you know.
The rest of you, roll a perception check.
My passive is 23.
That's crazy.
Okay. Excuse me,
Mr. DM.
Mr. DM. But I got 16 on the dice.
Hey, I feel like
Well,
that's
16.
a very respectable way to break the fourth wall, you know?
You know, no, that's not bad.
I got a dirty 20.
11.
Okay.
Dirty. What is
Thanks.
that? Lembas bread.
What do you got over
You
there?
have one bite.
Rice
Smells
circle.
like burnt coffee.
It's just
It's strong.
rice that's been.
I'm confused.
puffed.
How does that smell so strong?
I know, right?
That's really weird.
The fan.
Anyway.
Is it blowing in our direction?
It is.
Probably.
I can't smell anything.
Does it taste like coffee?
No.
How do you do
It
this?
just has a very.
Tastes like rice.
you
I
go,
didn't know
buddy.
this was going to be such a distraction.
Neither did I.
Oh no. Oh
Okay,
no. Who's
rice
stuck
cake,
in my
cool.
nipples? Okay, there we go. I have a bird now.
Weird.
Passive would help in this instance, as you would see a.
Me?
No, you,
Oh,
her.
oh, sorry. I was like,
You would
Yeah, you were
see
looking at her. I
a
was confused.
rose. From a distance, you just see on the tree somehow. And you catch it pretty quick afterwards.
it's a bright red rose, by the way.
Bright red rose,
Yes.
just on a tree. As you approach, you can
probably a pixie.
as you approach, you can see very thorny, stuck into the tree, and attached to it. A note.
Oh, boy.
That stuff smells like if you had Cheerios, but with just really bad burnt coffee instead of milk.
She said, went back to the town, had to talk to the farmers. See you all there. Silas, she's sorry for leaving you.
I'm sorry for leaving us.
No, she's not sorry for leaving us.
We told her to wait here. What? Well, Silas, why don't you go ahead and find her?
Yeah.
I went up there. You got good eyes.
Just catch up with her. You could probably beat us. Maybe. I don't know. Is a bird faster than horses?
Yeah. Wait, faster than horses? I don't know.
Well, there's no land to train on. So.
Mm-hmm. I think I see the division she was talking about, and I'm not happy about it.
That does smell like burnt Cheerios. I'm sorry. I just kind of went
Oh my
and like
gosh.
carried.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, crazy.
That was
He's just
just
trying to
gross.
get rid
Mitch
of
isn't here to
He's got a whole nother one.
Where?
Where?
In his-
Don't. Slow reveal.
Didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Yes, it does
Anyhow.
seem that there's a bit of a division here, but, well, it's Pixie, you know. We bicker, then we get right back at it.
She's never left us.
She's never left us, but that, you know, the time and a place for everything, so...
She abandoned her mission, her job.
Well, she didn't really have much to do, but you're right. She told us she would stay, and she left. I don't know why she'd do that.
First,
And-
we lose Gruth and now her.
Well, if she doesn't want to be a part of this team anymore, then I'm not going to force her.
Well, come on now. She's one of us.
She hasn't been acting like one of us lately.
Well, just for a day. Gruth's been gone. She's gone through a lot.
Before then, too, she didn't even want to come up here.
Well, neither did I.
Neither did I.
Right.
But we did.
Right. Into what?
But she almost really didn't.
You're right. She's been trying to get away from the group for a while,
Mhm.
and if she needs to go, she needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have that conversation when we find her. We can't do this with only 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We ride on then.
Yeah.
Boca, you got it in you. Very good.
Silas, just stay with us. Let's not lose another member.
Finally. Finally. Oh.
You weren't even here to see it.
Patience did.
Pixie just feels a sudden little warmth in her heart.
I look at Silas and I go, yeah, good bird friend.
Bug?
Bird.
Bird.
Oh.
Bird friend.
Good bird friend.
No, Bug was.
Oh, he repeats that.
Yeah.
It's like really far from here.
Yeah. The bug's like all the way across the world.
Bug's like
Well, he's not.
he's like a week away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in the forest where we found Yelric, so he's in Belrose.
That's pretty far though.
Yeah.
It is pretty far.
It's pretty far.
So with Longstrider,
How many times?
you can make it there by nightfall.
Cool. How many times?
Um,
It lasts for... Oh, I guess it's only 1 hour. I thought it was longer.
so each one lasts for an hour.
Yeah. I can do... Well,
How many can you do?
well, I could do first level, second level, third level.
Oh my gosh.
How many levels?
How many spell slots do you have?
Does the time increase at all?
Slept.
Does the time increase at all with the level?
It just amount of how many you can cast on. I feel like I'm only casting on one, so... That would be nice if even if you're casting a higher level, like, if you're only doing one animal, you
it
could
would
do
be
longer.
Yeah,
Because if I could cast on multiple animals
that makes sense.
in one...
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I did first level first, so I could only cast on spirit.
Okay.
Are you serious?
It would take a few, because it would be the rest of the day writing. But at the same time, once you get back to town, you can find somewhere to take a long rest, so it doesn't matter too much.
Okay.
But yeah, regardless, you can make it back to town. Probably a few spell slots left.
I'll just do 1 and 2, because that's 7.
Okay.
1 and 3. That's 8.
Yeah. And then the rest of you would spend the rest of the day on the road.
He's eating his rations.
You would not make it back to town by nightfall. You could get past the wall at the very least.
Great. Do we see a fella?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Dirty 20.
7.
11.
But I'm passive. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But my pants...
Every time I don't beat it, I'm gonna call it out.
Anyway.
23.
I will manually change your passive
No, you
perception.
can't. I took a feat.
I took a feat.
And I can untake the feat.
No,
You
don't take
had a
don't
high
take my
passive.
feet.
The power.
Don't take my feet, please.
Road really likes his feet.
Yeah, I'm not taking your feet.
You take up like 30% of him, so.
They are most of his person.
You guys think I've been talking from my mouth this whole time, but it's actually my big toe.
Ew.
Thanks, I hate it.
I would honestly believe it.
He's been talking through his toes.
So toenail just goes up and down.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Every time he's been talking about his cousins, he's just been talking about a different toe.
Oh my gosh. Lost one down the river?
He has so many toes.
Once upon a time, he had about 20. Then one by one, just...
Oh, stop.
I'll find him one day.
Gross. I hate it so much. Let's move on.
Frodo will gather the infinity toes.
We've done the episode, so let's just
My power
Let's
will
do
be
that.
beyond compare.
let's end the episode.
You guys will
My
spend
victory.
another night on the road, or traveling. I don't know if you wish to do anything during that night, but if not,
Well, we gotta actually end the episode, so yeah.
I was gonna say this would be your chance if you want to do anything at night. If
I
not,
scream loudly like a were.
No guy.
Like
No
a
guy.
weremouse.
What? Like a weremouse?
Yeah.
Ah.
that's terrifying.
Ah.
Okay, so if you're not doing anything,
No.
we're gonna close the episode there. Thank you for joining us, friends and adventurers.
I love that.
Hope you liked it. You can like, you can subscribe, you can follow us on all the different social media platforms. Keep up with us, chat with us, watch funny recaps. But obviously stay tuned here for the main content.
Yeah.
Where those funny recaps come from. It's kind of a sad one.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be, but to actually do it now, it's just kind of, oh,
We got a lot process soon.
yeah. So thanks for joining us. We do hope you liked it as best as you could, as best as we could. But we'll see you next time. And until then, we love you.
Don't forget my passive perception's 23.
Hey, I swear.